Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a video going over my journaling ecosystem. I see a lot of these videos online and I always find them really interesting to see how people are using their journals and how many. I think I have a pretty excessive amount. So let's get into it. I'll do the boring one first. This is my work journal. It's just a moleskin that I covered in stickers. Obviously I can't really show you what's inside, but I like a moleskin when I need a journal that I know is going to stay together even if I travel with it, because I really can't have the binding coming apart and losing any pages of the information I have in here. But that's it. I always have a moleskin for work. And then we have my traveler's journal. So my dad got me this. It's like a to my daughter and a little poem, love dad. So this I use for my travel journal because I figured that's fitting. I right now have 3 in here, which maybe is a bit excessive and I might break the binding, but I buy these little inserts and I usually try to do one per year. I will do a video kind of going through my travel journal, and I think they're so much fun to look back on. And really these are like the journals I flip through the most. This is when I went to Skagway in Alaska. It's just like mini scrapbooking and it's really enjoyable. I usually don't travel with my travel journal. I just wait until I get back and I'll keep like notes in my iPhone and I'll favorite images that I know I want to make a spread about. So yeah, keep an eye out for that video. If it's already up, I'll link it in the description, but I really love keeping some type of travel journal. I've only done it for 2 years so far, so hopefully I keep doing this forever, because there's so many trips in the past where I'm like, ugh, I wish I had like a tangible physical thing where I can look through and even like show friends and be like, oh yeah, this is when I went to Alaska. Here's some cool like pictures and little like tidbits of it. So next up, I think let's do, this is my reading journal. So I know a lot of people will do kind of one journal per year, but this reading journal I have been keeping since 2019. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of archival. So this is my 2026 setup page. So every year I will do just like a setup page, and then I just keep a running list of every book I read and how many stars I gave it. So I haven't run much for 2026 yet, but I don't really get too complicated with it. We'll do like one spread where it's challenges. So this year I have the alphabet challenge and the reading rainbow challenge. But then once I'm done, so here's 2025, at the end I will do a little like stats wrap-up page. I think that's exciting, but yeah, usually it just looks like this. 2025 was blue themed here. Here's the cover page and always some goals. So I don't get too complex with my reading journal. I know some people do and they end up looking like such a beautiful work of art at the end of it, but really I feel like that would almost demotivate me a little bit from reading and art, because then I would start to get kind of precious about this thing. But yeah, I like the format that I'm tracking my reading in. I also use Goodreads. Yeah, I think I still have probably like 4 more years. So this is the blank section. I could probably fit 4 more years in this thing. So this reading journal will last me a long time. And this is from Barnes & Noble. I'll try and link every journal I show you. Up next, this one's kind of boring. This is just a little brain dump journal. My cousin got me this when she went to Niagara Falls because she knows I love journals and stationery. But I just like keep track, like a daily to-do list. I'll write grocery lists in here. I also kind of use it just to like vent frustrations. When I was moving, I use this to track like all of my moving expenses and kind of comparing my options. So I call this like a little brain dump journal, and I think it's really good to have, and it's something that I don't want to make look nice. Obviously, like a travel journal, I'll make it look nice, and my reading journal. But this, I'm probably not going to flip through it. I'm just going to take it to the grocery store, and you know, if it gets lost in a Trader Joe's, who cares? So I think it's very useful to have a journal that you don't care about, because then there's kind of no rules. And I think there's a very freeing part of having just like a little brain dump journal. Up next, star of the show. So this is my junk journal. I got this in Italy, obviously. Statue of David. So I just started this one December, 2025. So this is my 3rd year doing junk journaling. In the past, I kind of made it a part of my sketchbooks, but now I've kind of divided into sketchbook, junk journal, and travel journal, when that used to all just be like one thing. But junk journaling is so freeing. I'm sure so many people have heard about junk journaling. I will do a tour of this one once I finish it, but like, this is one of my most recent spreads, a Christmas card, and then I had like a little shopping trip with all of my Christmas money. It's so nice, and they can really be beautiful spreads, or they can kind of be nothingness, and that's also so freeing. So this is just like a food page and like cough drops. I got a tuna sandwich somewhere and I kept the sticker. So things like that, and I think it helps you find kind of the beauty in everyday life. I mean, I can go more in depth on junk journaling, but this I feel like is kind of one of my favorite parts of my journaling ecosystem. I didn't even realize the back of this journal. But yeah, I definitely recommend junk journaling to everyone, and I'll link in the description some of my past junk journaling tours. And now the final one in my journaling ecosystem is, of course, a sketchbook. I think this is probably the most important for me, and kind of this is really what I've kept up with for so many years, is keeping a sketchbook. So this is my 15th sketchbook. This is a Canson mixed media, and then I just painted a little cherry pattern over it because I feel like the cover of these Canson journals is not nice. And the paper is like nice enough where you can see that it will buckle when you watercolor over it, but like whatever, it's just a sketchbook. I don't know, I mean, there's nothing like serious in here. Some tomatoes, some Labubus when that was the craze. But yeah, this is me as a clown. In summary, keeping a sketchbook for me is so important for my artistic growth and just for like my mental health. As you can see, I've got an acrylic painting back there. So of course I create art on other mediums, on other spaces besides my sketchbook, but a sketchbook needs to be a constant for me, whether I'm creating something that I can call a finished piece, or if it's just something ugly and I need to get it out of my head. Like, here's some ugly thumbnailing for that painting behind me of the Virgin Mary. And it's just, where else would I do this? You know, you need to get the ugly things out of your system so you can start working on a finalized piece. So yeah, I recommend everybody keep a sketchbook. Even if you don't think you're very artistic, you don't know what you don't know. If you never get started with art, how can you ever know if you're not good at art? Nobody's born good at art. Maybe this is a senseless tangent, but yeah, all to say that's my journaling ecosystem. Thank you for watching.